What I want everyone to do is close your eyes and take yourself back 3,000 years to the year 776 BC. You're standing tall in a crowd, swarming to be near you. The famed Katinos, cut from the sacred olive tree, slowly gets positioned onto your head, and you are marked as the winner of the Olympic Games. Since my early childhood, I've been a great fan of the Olympics, and I've had the opportunity to study the events, as well as participate in and coach some of the many events as well. The Olympics are an important piece of history, and I feel as though history should be shared with everyone to get a better knowledge and understanding of what went on and what that sport is today. Today I will review the purpose of the Olympics, how the Olympics progressed as an event, as well as discuss the eventual downfall of the ancient Olympic Games. Now we raise the question, how did the Olympics become the global phenomenon it is today? And why did the Greeks start the events? The Greeks' main purpose in creating the Olympics was to honor their gods and to honor the human body. According to Professor Geller, in his 2016 article titled Mount Olympus, he states that all 12 Olympian gods resided on Mount Olympus. The Olympics were given the name because they were held to honor the gods on Mount Olympus while being held in the city of Olympia, and it takes place every 4 years, or the time period known as an Olympiad. The Greeks also created the Olympics in order to showcase their love of the human body. In the teachings of the ancient Greeks, sports, healthy bodies, and a competitive spirit were often common topics. In his 2006 article titled Ancient Greece, Naked Perfection, Professor Ramachandran states that the Greeks were fixated with the human body, and to them, the perfect body was an athletic body. With the Olympics becoming an immediate success, the ancient Greeks quickly realized the potential and started to make changes to the games. The Greeks saw the potential for the Olympics and decided to create new events in order to increase the size and the output. Originally, there was only one event at the ancient Olympics, and that event was called the Stadium, which is a foot race. The Greeks then added events such as chariot racing, long jump, javelin, discus, pancration, and other running events, some of which are used in the modern Olympics. Once the Olympics started to grow in size, more participants from over 100 cities started to enter the events. There became an unspoken rule between all of the cities that during the Olympiad, all disputes had to settle for the time being in order for the greatest number of athletes to compete. With a larger number of athletes in attendance and more events to take place, the Olympics were increased from 1 day to 3 and eventually to 5 days. The Olympics were everything the Greeks wanted. They were able to honor their gods and show off the human body, but it would all soon come to an abrupt end. Ancient Greece eventually fell, and once Theodosius, the new leader of Greece, took over, he ended the Olympic Games. The Romans invaded Olympia in 85 BC, but the games continued until 393 AD, when Roman Emperor Theodosius I ordered all pagan festivals to stop. The stop of the games ended a run from 776 BC to 393 AD, and it would take another 1,503 years for the Olympics to return. Eventually, the modern-day Olympics were created many years later and have become the Olympics that we know today. On April 6, 1986, the Olympic Games finally returned to Athens with a crowd of 66,000 spectators to watch the first modern Olympic Games. In the 2019 article titled Celebrating Pierre de Coubertin, author George Herthler quotes Pierre de Coubertin, founder of the International Olympic Committee, saying, "I lift my glass to the Olympic ideal, which has traversed the mists of the ages, like an all-powerful ray of sunlight, and returned to illuminate the threshold of the 20th century with a dream of joyous hope." The end of the Olympics is marked with the start of the modern games. However, the history of how the Olympics started and why they started lives on with the ancient Greeks. It is important to teach and inform people about the Olympics and how they came to be, because it is such a large piece of our history, and it is still important to this day, and is still relevant in our world. I have reviewed why the ancient Olympics started, how the games progressed, and how the ancient Olympics fell with the Greeks. And just like how the ancient Greeks marked the end of the games by crowning the winner, I will crown myself and mark the end of this speech. Thank you.